I'm Mun Yee. I'm currently a student in NTU Linguistics and Multilingual Studies. I would say I'm quite punctual most of the time, like 90% of the time. I'm always here like after Sylvester, who is always the first here, or sometimes I'm after like Ying Xuan. So I guess that's like kind of a top scorer in terms of punctuality. Pitching the research to Arthur and Yah-Leng, I think that's kind of scary because there's so much research. Sometimes you like tend to drown in it, and then you never know whether like your perspective of like, oh, I think this could be a possible route will be what they think is a possible route. Okay, my hat is from Taobao. My necklace is from 28mm, so it's like a local jewelry shop. My shirt is from Rauko House, like a Korean brand, and then my pants is from Shop at Velvet, an Indonesian brand, and then my shoes are from Nike. I think FP has always been part of like my bucket list to experience or like work at least once in my lifetime. Fun fact, I actually applied to FP during like my poly internship, and I obviously didn't make the cut back then. Since I'm doing like a degree program that's quite different from like design, it was like about like 2 years, kind of a break from design. So I was YOLO kind of thing, like, you know, the people here are really very chill. You might think like your idea might be a bit weird, but like actually when you voice it out, they'll be like, oh wow, actually that's interesting. There's kind of like no judgment here. It's really fun and spontaneous sometimes when there are some random ideas that will just pop up in the middle of the day. The next thing you know, Yah-Leng has already bought like the domain for the website already. I think this will sound very lame, but like my favorite typeface is Helvetica now. I like to explore this kind of like really simple or rather like staple typeface that everyone thinks like, oh, it's like so lame and like very overrated kind of thing. I think in terms of favorite studios, I have always, like since the start of my design journey, I've always been really interested in Korean studios like Everyday Practice, Studio F&T and Triangle Studio. They're really very wacky with patterns, colours, shapes. I'm so used to arriving after Sylvester in the mornings. There was one day that he was out of office and nobody knew about it. Where did he go? Where did he go? I think for me it was like a bit wacky because like it was just very weird not seeing you around in the morning. I have to say the food, like random food gatherings, I guess sometimes drinks. In this area there's so many good food and desserts. Like, oh, shall we grab this dessert? I think it will be definitely the brand strategy part. When it comes to like actual client work, it's actually really different and you really have to pin down what is like the big idea before exploring the concept. It's just a simple answer of just do it. Send an email, send your portfolio, like really there's no shame in it at all. As long as you really have the drive for it and the passion to learn.
Here's a proposal.